I called research. And there's another way to look at it. I also refer to it as inspecting what you expect. Because if you're going to go out there and look for a business and a company to attach your name to while you're creating your income at your job, you want to make sure the kind of business and the company you attract is worthy of you. And especially if you're going to take time to learn about what you're in and to start earning that income and that extra cash you need, you want to have long-term thinking. You want to think maybe 3 to 5 years, because it will take you time to learn certain things and become the person you need to become to generate that extra cash. So one of the things people forget to do is they're always in a hurry and a haste and a rush and running ahead to do things and get involved in things, that they forget to check in and inspect what it is they're getting involved with. And that's very, very important to understand, especially if you're considering a certain business. Maybe a friend or a family member or your best friend or co-worker recommended a business to check out, or maybe you've been researching a company. Maybe you may want to get into Forex trading or investing in crypto. Maybe you want to get involved in travel, fashion, health and wellness. There's lots of industries out there and lots of platforms that you can consider to have your own business to generate extra cash flow for yourself, working from home, part-time, spare time, because remember, you have that job, right? So I want to discuss today a few things to consider. So myself personally, in my career in the industry, I've been doing this for a few decades, is I look at a few things when it comes to choosing what platform I'm going to get involved with when it comes to generating cash flow. Now myself, I'm a top performer, so I don't do anything to generate hundreds of dollars a month. I do things to generate thousands and tens of thousands per month. And so it has to make sense to me on many levels. So these are some of the things I look at before I get involved in anything. I look at how long the business or company has been around. Does it have a good reputation? Now I may Google it, or I may look on the internet for references or write-ups, but I don't really trust the internet when it comes to looking at a company or business, because a lot of people post negative stuff on the internet, or they're just bitching and complaining. They're just whiners. They're like that in their life. So I take what I see on the internet around write-ups on companies and businesses with a grain of salt, okay? The thing I do is I pick up the phone and I speak to people who are leaders in the industry, and I ask them, hey, have you heard of this company? Have you looked at this business platform? What's your opinion? And these people are already very successful. They own companies. They've generated a lot of income in their career. They've helped a lot of people. So I call on those people. So that's one thing you can do, is do your research like that. Speak to people who are business owners. Maybe you may have an uncle or maybe a neighbor, or you may pick up the phone and contact a local government office, maybe check in with the Better Business Bureau, stuff like that. That's how you can research properly the reputation of a business or company. So that's one other thing. The other thing I look at is how long the company's been around, because I don't touch anything that's less than 3 to 5 years old. Why? Because it takes time for a business to establish itself in the industry. They have to hire staff, do payroll, they have to have servers, so they have to have a proper infrastructure and system, IT. They have to have a footprint, which means their products and services have to be out into the public long enough, and sales to be generated for them to have that, as I say, reputation. So I look at that. How long have you been around? How's your footprint? What countries do you deliver to? How's your local market? Stuff like that, okay? So that's another thing you can consider. The other thing I look at is the ownership. Who am I getting involved with this business? What kind of people are the owners? Are they good people, giving people, generous people? Or are they ruthless, greedy sons of bitches? Because there's lots of Ponzi schemes and scams out there and illegal pyramids. You want to be careful, because there are money grabs, especially in the crypto world and the Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin investing world. There's lots of money grabs. And here's a sign to look for. Let's just say you live in Canada, the US, or the UK. If this company you're looking for is in Greece or Dubai or Thailand or Vietnam or somewhere offshore, stay away from them. Now, why do I say stay away from them? Well, usually those companies and businesses operate offshore because they cannot be touched by the local laws where they are or where you are. So if you're in Canada and the US and you're looking at a company and their base is in Greece, how can you legally go after them if you need to for whatever reason? You can't, because Canada and the US have no jurisdiction in Greece when it comes to stuff like this. So that's one thing I look at very, very carefully, is where are they based. Now, also be careful. There are lots of companies that have PO boxes. You want to stay away from PO boxes because anyone can get a PO box. You want a company that has an established location. They have a parking lot, they have a building, they have staff, they have photos on the internet of their staff outside the building, in the building. They have videos of their office, like someone doing a tour of the office. They show their warehouse. Those are important things to look for when looking at a business. So that's another thing. Another thing you want to look at is the quality of their products and services. Are they good products and services, or are they made with ingredients that are harmful? Over the years, living in Canada, many companies have approached me and company owners to come into Canada. But when we look at the ingredients on the bottle or the bag or the container, we came to realize, well, because it has certain things in it, it cannot come across the Canadian border. And the same for the US and other parts of the world. So you want to make sure that whatever business or company you get involved with, their products and services has a global reach. They don't have a lot of restrictions when it comes to where they can go. Now, I do a lot of business in the US and Canada because they're great countries to do business. So a lot of the times I would get involved with US companies, and US companies are pretty good and decent and legal as long as they've been around 3 to 5 years. So you also want to look at that, the companies, how long they've been established, how well they have done in their marketplaces. Another thing you want to look at is if a company has redone its payout plan or compensation plan. If a company has redone its payout plan or compensation plan, do not touch it. Do not, because why would you need to change your compensation plan or payout plan and make it more difficult for people to earn income? You should be making it easier. And a lot of these companies, when they reshuffle their compensation plan and payout plan, they make it more difficult for people to earn. So be very careful with that. Another thing I look at is, how do I access the top income earners and top performers in a company? I have a rule I live by in business. I do not do business with anyone or partner with anyone unless they're the number one person in the company. So I always look and find who is number one. So I'll pick up the phone, speak to the company receptionist and say, look, can you put me in touch in the field with your top salesperson? I want to speak with the number one salesperson. That's the person I want to deal with. That's the person I want to get in touch with, because they can teach me and help me get what I want. So in all my career, all my business career, I've always partnered with the number one person. Now, why do I do that? Well, obviously they're number one for a reason. They've been with the company long enough to answer my questions about why they're still with the company. They obviously have a track record, which means they've also taught other people how to do the same thing. So they're not only a top income earner, they also have other top income earners in their teams. And that's very, very important. Okay, you want to look for the number one person. And a lot of people don't even consider that. They just join a business or sign up with a company because of their brother-in-law or their best friend, or they knew someone who signed up a week or a month ago, so they thought, oh, well, I'm going to go join that too. Well, someone who joined a week or a month ago, what can they teach you? They can only teach you what they've learned in a week or a month ago. They don't have a track record. They haven't done anything yet. They're still learning how to do the business. They're still learning about themselves. They don't have business sense or business experience. So how can they possibly teach you? And that's one of the big mistakes I see people make. What you want to do is you want to find out who the number one person is. Find out if you can work with them. Find out if you can have access to them. Find out if they can mentor you, teach you, and coach you. A lot of people reach out to me from social media and online marketing because they know I'm a top performer, and anything I do it really, really big. Like the current company I'm in, my team is already over 12,000 people in all the countries the company is in, which is over 200 countries. And why? Is because I work with the number one person in the company, who is also a good friend of mine, and he's been with the company for 5 years. So when someone sticks to something for 5 years and he's generating 6 figures a month, and he's helped other people generate 4, 5, and 6 figures, then I know I'm partnering with the right person because they can show me step by step what to do. You know, like the footprints in the sand on the beach, they can actually teach you how to step in the sand, in the footprints. And as long as you're coachable and teachable and you follow exactly what they tell you to do, you can be successful. So another thing I want to recommend to you is if you're going to sign up and do a business and a company with a company, make sure you are teachable and coachable long enough for you to master this. A lot of the people who join businesses or become business owners bring their bad employee job mentality habits to the table, and that can affect you adversely. So whoever you're working with, that you are mentoring with or getting coaching from, please be coachable, be teachable. Put your arrogance, put your ego, put your pride at the door, leave it outside the room. Come with a humble, coachable, teachable attitude, because you will need to learn and understand what you're in order for it to be successful. Anything you're doing, you need to be coachable, teachable, and malleable, which is like workable, someone who can be taught. So those are some of the things I wanted to cover today about doing your research and inspecting what you expect as you go forward, looking at a business platform or choosing a company that you want to partner with in order to generate that extra income that we've been discussing through my channel here with me being the action taker, because I recommend people with a job to always have a little side business, and also you save a lot on taxes with your income, and I also did a video around that. So please subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. My topics are very straightforward, to the point, very simple. I talk about day-to-day, down-to-earth, straightforward, real stuff. I don't talk about a lot of fluff, right? I don't deal with a lot of minutia. I go straight to the point, and I help people to start generating results, being in performance and taking action with intentionality as they create in their life with whatever they want, whether it be an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever you want to generate, you can generate. You just have to understand and remember that you need to become the person you need to become to match that income. Because whatever income you say you need and you want extra coming in, you need to match it. You need to line up. You know, with Hollywood and the movie world and celebrities, there is a reason why there's an A-list, B-list, and C-list of celebrities. It's based on who they become to generate what they've generated with income, status, awards, amazing blockbuster movies. They're in an A-list because they've become an A-quality celebrity or an actor or a performer or entertainer. So you can become an A-list person in your business and whatever industry you're in. However, you have to go through that process. You have to go through that growth, okay? So keep that in mind. I'll cover that in the lessons in the days ahead. So subscribe to my channel. Please refer my channel to other people that you think can benefit from these conversations. Maybe you know of someone that's looking to start a business or join a company. Maybe my mentorship videos can assist them with my tips and my recommendations and my advice. I wish you the best wherever you are in the world. Again, this is Anil, the action taker. I look forward to you tuning in next time to my next live, where you can continue to benefit from the tips I give on how you can be successful and have fun and enjoy your life and be happy with whatever you're up to and creating. So take care wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to us talking in the days ahead.